Have you ever wondered what separates the successful people from the others? The top 1% man from the average person? Their status symbol, their money and achievements. What people see was just a tip of the iceberg, not what's underneath on how they became like that and the habits that made them successful. Success habits came from the recorded version of weekly radio programs by Napoleon Hill, presented in 1952 in Paris, Missouri. With this, we would seize thoughts and philosophy of success, and it will engage us to reflect on our life. Here are the top 5 takeaways from the book, Success Habits. First, definiteness of purpose. This is knowing exactly what you want. It should be clear and specific. Not only that, but it should also be backed up with a plan of action. Let's take this example on how important to be definite in connection with your major purpose. Some of these days, I will become a millionaire. Does that sound definite? No, that's generally how an unsuccessful person expresses his desires, loosely and indefinitely. We don't even know when some of these days are. So let's rephrase that. I will earn the sum of $350,000 to become a millionaire in 3 years. That's much better, right? To understand this principle, when writing your goal in life, we should know this by heart. What to do, when to do it, where to do it, why to do it, and how to do it. It is called WWWWH formula. That's a lot of W's, and you must see to it that you will definitely go for it with no excuses. As Napoleon Hill said, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to possess it. We should focus our actions and thoughts on one big and specific goal in life. Being specific is like our own compass to get where we want to be. We won't make any progress in life if we chase multiple, contradicting goals at a time. Second, be an accurate thinker. There are 3 important fundamentals in accurate thinking. Number 1 is inductive reasoning. Based on the assumption of unknown facts or hypotheses, it means that you don't have all the facts but assume that certain facts exist. For example, about whether or not there is a God, whether you call it by that name or some other. You've never seen him, you've never met anybody that has seen and met him, but when you look around at the marvelous organization of the universe, you would force to conclude that there is such a power that many call God. That would be inductive reasoning. Second is deductive reasoning, which is based upon known facts, but there are a lot of people that fail on that one because they assume to have facts when they are dealing with hearsay evidence or gossip. Lastly, logic. To see whether it's logical that the opinion or decisions you're about to arrive at is correct or not. This is a habit of making decisions and forming opinions that are based on factual information and tangible evidence. Separate facts or what you believe to be facts from fiction or hearsay evidence. Try to avoid biases and assumptions that could cause you to make bad decisions. Third lesson, dealing with failure. There are 2 major causes of failure. First is the habit of quitting when it's going hard. No matter what happens, no matter who you are or how skilled you are, there will be times of hardships and unpleasant circumstances that will overtake you. You should make up your mind that come what may, you will not sell yourself short. A great example is Thomas Edison perfecting the incandescent electric lamp. Before he found the solution to his problem, he tried more than 10,000 different ideas, and every one of each was a failure. Just think of that. Despite that, he kept his faith unshaken, and at long last, he obtained his victory. An average person is sufficient enough to give up on one failure. Are you one of those? The second one is procrastination. It's a habit of waiting for something beneficial to happen instead of getting busy and making something happen. All successful people create circumstances and opportunities favorable to themselves instead of accepting whatever life offers them. According to Napoleon Hill, often, opportunities come disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. We should use our defeat as nothing more than lessons to learn from and use it as a signal that we need to change plans. Look for the seed of an equivalent benefit in every failure. When experiencing a setback, think about the new pathways to success that are opening up to us as a result of new circumstances. Try to think that life happens for you, not to you. Fourth lesson, persistence and decisiveness. This is connected with dealing with failure because you have to force yourself to become resourceful and learn from your mistakes. It can be explained by considering nature has arranged affairs of men that strengths grow out of struggle. If men had no problems, never forced to exert themselves, they would wither away through the disuse of their brain cells. The fact that every failure, every adversity, and every unpleasant circumstance with it, the seed of equivalent benefit or advantage, and the person who carries the philosophy to live by learning quickly how to find that seed and to germinate it into his advantage wins. As far as luck is concerned, it may be true that it does play a temporary part in our lives, but remember this: if luck brings temporary defeat or failure, it doesn't mean you have to accept it as permanent. Turn it the other way around. Find another seed to plant and try again. Like what Thomas Edison did. Learn from your mistakes and try again. It is up to us to actually transform a failure into a great success. This trait inspires and urges a person to keep on going when it's getting hard. Instead of giving up and quitting, Napoleon Hill said, "Render more and better service than you are paid for, and sooner or later, you will receive compound interest from your investment." If you're stuck at a certain level in life and you want to make a lasting change, you'll need to take massive action in the direction you're trying to go and maintain a strong momentum. It's the habit of turning on more willpower instead of quitting. As the saying goes, the quitter never wins and the winner never quits. Last lesson, self-discipline. To make great use of self-discipline, you've got to have a system to go by. You need to plan. You've got to keep your mind fixed on the things you want in life, all the circumstances, and all the desires of your choice, and strictly off the things you don't want in life. And also believe in yourself that you can do it. Learn to be yourself and not to imitate anyone. This is the habit of avoiding negative choices that will cost you more than you gain. This one might be a little subjective, but in general, avoid bad habits that could take you off track from your goals. Disciplining yourself is in connection with one particular matter, and that is time. We must use our self-discipline to make use of our time efficiently. Time favors those who interpret nature's laws correctly and who adapt them as guideposts in the correct habits of living. I tell you, it gives a heavy penalty to those who wasted it. So the way to achieve success wasn't always a lovely road. We need to overcome fear, to avoid the path of least resistance, to get on the straight and narrow road, and to work hard to turn our lives around. We need to take action, not just planning or waiting for the right time and what life would offer, not just wishful thinking and relying on luck, because successful people was made by their habits, which create circumstances and opportunities favorable to themselves, instead of just waiting for whatever life offers them. Don't let your failures ruin your goals. Use it to make yourself a better person. All those small improvements would compound and compound, which will help you reach your goals faster. Invest in yourself and start acquiring those habits as early as possible. So this ends this video for today. I hope you've learned something, and if it did, be sure to click the like button before you leave. So thank you, and see you in the next video.